What's up guys, it is Nick True here, and it is my absolute favorite time of year. That's right, it is extra paycheck month. For people who get paid every single Friday or they get paid twice a month, there are 5 Fridays in March this year, which means you get an extra paycheck, and it is, seriously, it's my favorite time of year. You get to use this extra paycheck to catch up on goals that maybe you fell behind on, or get ahead of goals that you set just a couple months ago at the start of the new year. I'm gonna show you the 5 best things that you can do with this extra paycheck, how to use this paycheck to have fun and be wise with it, and even how Hannah and I are using our extra paychecks to give us a little bitty boost as Hannah leaves her job at the end of the month. Since most people budget by the month, a couple times a year we have a very special month where you get to bring in more money than a normal month. Basically, every time there's a month with 5 Fridays in it, you might be able to get an extra paycheck that month depending on your payment schedule. For a lot of people this year, March is one of those extra paycheck months, and I am super excited just like I always am. Unfortunately, most people blow this extra paycheck on something that they didn't even want in the first place, which is ridiculous, but not you, because you're smart and you're not gonna waste it like that. You're gonna be able to find the balance between having fun and being wise with this money. So here's a couple of ideas for what you can use this money for. Number 1 is to pay off your debt. Now, this is the obvious choice, of course. If you have debt, you can use this extra paycheck to throw a big chunk at it. Whether it's student loans or credit cards or car loans or a mortgage or whatever it is, it's always nice to see a whole paycheck go towards just destroying that debt. Now, of course, I'm pro having fun and being wise with this money, so I'm not here to tell you to throw 100% of that extra paycheck at your debt. I actually want you to take a small amount, like 5 or 10%, and I want you to blow it. I want you to splurge. I want you to do something fun that's just for you. A publication for the Harvard Business Review found that the single most motivating force behind human action is progress. It's not achievement. It's actually just progress. Here's what they said, quote, "Of all the things that can boost motivations, emotions, productivity, and perceptions during the workday, the single most important one is making progress towards meaningful work." They go on to talk about the importance of celebrating small wins, and that's exactly what I want you to do. Basically, I want you to celebrate this extra paycheck and the fact that you're doing something smart with it. I want you to go out to eat, have fun, buy a new bag, buy a new pair of shoes, buy some clothes, do something. I want you to take 10% and just splurge. Just do something just for you. I'm a huge believer in the power of small wins and celebrating progress as you go. So use 90% to pay down debt, and then use 10% to celebrate with you and your family, or just you, or whatever it is. That's gonna keep you motivated towards your goals and to keep crushing them this year. Okay, number 2, I want you to take that extra paycheck and I want you to invest it in somewhere that you can't touch. Beef up your 401k, beef up your IRA, I don't really care which one it is, but use that extra paycheck to invest for the future. There's nothing like seeing a nice big increase to your balance for that long-term investment for retirement. But just like I told you about paying down debt, I don't want you to put all 100% of this extra paycheck there. Use 90% of it, and then again, use the other 10% to celebrate. All right, number 3 is to beef up that emergency fund. Now, for a lot of us, we know we should have an emergency fund, but actually building it up is pretty tough to do. But if you can take advantage of these extra paychecks, that's gonna be a huge step in the right direction towards being prepared for those emergencies. Now, you could also use this money to just beef up your balance in your checking account. I personally like to keep about a month's worth of expenses inside the checking account at all times. The main reason I do this is because I put all of our monthly expenses on a credit card. And if I don't have the month's worth of expenses actually in the checking account, then I'm technically spending money on the credit card, and then I'm gonna pay it off next month with next month's income. And I'm actually using this month's income to pay off last month's credit card. That's not a good habit to get into, especially if you lose your job unexpectedly, because then you're gonna be a whole month behind because you were spending next month's money. So I just try to avoid that whenever I can. Bottom line with this one is, if you're not feeling super comfortable with how much you have in your emergency fund or how much you have in your checking account, then use this extra paycheck to go ahead and beef that up. Now, just make sure you actually keep the money in that place, right? For the first 2, paying off debt or investing in your retirement accounts, you've kind of used that money in a way that you can't easily access because it's either gone because you paid it, or it's stuck inside of a retirement account. With this option, you can get that money because it's in a savings account for your emergency fund, or it's literally sitting inside your checking account. So you gotta have a lot of discipline if you're gonna go with option number 3, because you don't wanna spend that extra paycheck the same way that literally everybody else does. All right, number 4 is to split the difference. Another great option is to actually just do a combination of all 3. You don't have to put all this paycheck towards debt or investing or beefing up your emergency account. You can do a mixture of all 3 depending on what you feel comfortable with, where your balances are at, and what you really wanna do. Now again, just like the other options, I really encourage you to splurge with 10%. Use 90% to, beef up these 3 areas. Maybe you do 30, 30, 30, or whatever the difference is to you. It doesn't really matter, but use the 90% to be smart in these areas, and then use that other 10% to do something fun. All right, number 5, the 5th thing that you can do with this extra paycheck is to help you make the leap in some sort of life-changing event, which is actually what Hannah and I are doing with our extra paychecks this month. At the end of March, Hannah's gonna be leaving her job as a physical therapist to come and work with me full time. We've talked about this for a bit, and Hannah went back and forth on when she was gonna be able to leave her job with her employer, and it really worked out well because now she's leaving on March 30th inside of a 5 paycheck month. So we are completely stoked. And that little bit of extra money is gonna help us make the leap and transition between 2 full-time incomes to me and Hannah working together in the business. We're also gonna be using some extra money that I'm bringing in this month to do some renovations on the Airstream and really make it comfortable for 2 people working in there full-time together right beside each other. So we're gonna be doing some renovations, pulling out the couch, putting in a desk, and make it a really nice work area for 2 people. That's how we're using this money to help us make the leap. You could use this money to make other leaps, like maybe you're doing a career transition, or maybe you're getting married or having a kid or buying a house. There's all kinds of different life events that if you could figure out how to schedule them around a extra paycheck month, then it's just gonna make life a whole lot easier. Now, the bottom line here is I do encourage you to not use this extra paycheck towards some sort of short-term savings. Don't use it to fund a vacation. Try not to use it to buy a car. Those are the kind of things that should be budgeting and should be coming out of your regular monthly budget. You really wanna use this extra paycheck to boost your long-term financial health. That's debt, that's investing for the future, that's helping you make some sort of life or career transition that's gonna maybe end up helping you make more money in the long term. You wanna use this in a way that's going to help you in the long run and use your regular monthly income to fund the fun little short-term things that you want. So that's it, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you got something out of it. I really hope you do something wise and fun with that extra paycheck this month. Please let me know down in the comments below what you decide to do with it. If you like this video, be sure to subscribe to this channel for more videos like it. And remember, I can teach you how to be wise with that extra paycheck, but I can't make you do it. The choice is yours. I'll see y'all next time.